Have you ever felt like you were stuck on a loop? Same relationships, same money situation, same burnout, same exhaustion, same pattern again and again? In today's video, I'm going to share with you NLP's Creating Achievable Outcomes tool, which is exactly what you need to help you to break free of those patterns and get crystal clear on what you want. Welcome to episode 4 of my NLP series to transform and uplift your life. I'm Linnea Marie Gillingham. I am super passionate about mindset work, and this is one of my favorite ever tools. This series is perfect for you if you are a coach or a healer or a teacher and you want to help your clients transform their lives, or maybe you're a parent. It's amazing how just getting clear on exactly what you want can shift your outcomes in life. It's totally life changing. That's why it's always one of the first tools I start my clients off with. A lot of times people are really vague about what they want. I just want to be less stressed, want to feel more peaceful, or I just want to have more money. Well, we need to get super specific. That's the first thing, because to get you driving towards what you want, you need to know exactly what that is, where you want it, how you want it, and when you want it. I've watched my clients set outcomes like having more intimacy in a specific moment on a date with their partner where they have this beautiful connection and he looks at her a certain way and he comes closer. And other clients who want to create freedom in their schedules and have more boundaries around that so that they can see their schedule having more time and spaciousness while making more money. And some clients who want to sign their first client in their purpose work or make their first product, create their first product in their purpose work. And it's amazing how after they set these outcomes, how quickly things start to happen for them. Often it's at their next session a week later that they come in and say, "Oh my gosh, Linnea, that already happened. It's already shifted." And that's the power of setting super clear, specific outcomes. A lot of the times when women come in, they're feeling super clear on what they don't want. I don't want to feel so anxious anymore. I don't want to feel so burnt out and keep overworking anymore. I don't want to continue to feel so unlovable and untouchable in my relationship. And Tony Robbins has the perfect analogy for this. He talks about race car drivers. When you're learning to drive a race car, you need to make sure you focus on where you're going. So if you're taking a sharp turn around a corner where there's a wall, you want to make sure not to focus on the wall, because if you focus on the wall, you will drive straight into the wall. You want to focus where you are going. Step number 1 is to get super specific on what you want. When we are setting achievable outcomes in NLP, we work with 3 modalities: the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic modalities. So when you're setting an outcome, you want to make sure that you are anchoring in how you want to feel, what you want to see, and what you want to hear when you have created and achieved that thing you want. For example, if your outcome is to create more intimacy in your relationships, what do you see? Maybe it's laughing together at dinner or enjoying a phone-free evening where you feel truly connected and you hear words of love, appreciation, and your partner telling you how much they love you. And you feel this sense of safety and warmth, joy and closeness in your heart and your body. If your outcome is to grow your business and attract soul-aligned clients, you might see new messages coming in from women who are excited to work with you, and testimonials, and hear your clients saying, "Your work has changed my life." And you're feeling a sense of pride and gratitude and excitement and confidence in your purpose. The next step is to get super clear and honest about where you are now. If you want to go on a road trip, you have to know the destination, exactly where you're going, the outcome you want to create, and you need to know where you are starting, because that will determine the path you'll take to get there. So if you ask your subconscious mind, "Where am I now in relationship to where I'm going?" your subconscious mind can send you the path, the journey, the steps that you need to take in order to get to your final destination. Next step is, how will you know that you are there? How will you know you've achieved this outcome? What exactly will you have? Your subconscious mind loves symbols, so give it all the symbols that you can. If your outcome is more intimacy, how will you know? Maybe you're enjoying a dinner with your partner where you feel fully present and connected. If your outcome is prosperity, how will you know? Maybe it's seeing new payments coming in with ease, or hearing your clients say, "Working with you changed my life." Getting clear on these markers will give your subconscious mind a compelling future. The next thing is to make sure that your values are congruent with the outcome you say you want. You might say you'd like more money, but if deep down you believe that more money equals less time with the people that you love, you're likely to subconsciously sabotage it. This is called a values conflict, and it's one of the number one reasons that people don't achieve their goals. This is why looking at these and having clarity is so important. For example, if you believe if I make more money, I'm going to lose time with my family, you can reframe that to if I make more money, I can buy back my time. I can hire some help. I can afford more trips. I will actually be able to spend more time with my family. Maybe you believe that making money means extra effort. Well, what if you believed that you could make money with more spaciousness, more time, and less effort? What if you could make more money in alignment with your purpose work so that making that money felt easeful and exciting and even passionate and fun? NLP gives us the tools to reframe all of these limiting beliefs and uncover all of the values conflicts so that we can finally reach the outcomes we desire. For example, when I was first learning NLP and doing some of this work, I found a values conflict around being beautiful and dressing nicely and having nice things. I remembered a time when I was in high school that I had this beautiful new outfit that my mom purchased me, and I went to school and I was bullied by one of the girls at school. And subconsciously, I stored the belief that if I had nice things, if I put on makeup, if I stood out, that I would be beat up or that it was dangerous or scary or would result in something bad happening. So every time I went to shine my light, I dimmed it down because I was afraid that it wasn't safe to do so. So through NLP, I had to start to reframe that. I had to find evidence that there were times in my life that people celebrated me, that people were excited when I shone my light, and that people were celebrating me and inspired by me. By gathering all of these new references, the belief eventually lost its power. And this is what's possible for you too. With NLP and hypnotherapy, you can go back to the root of what created those beliefs and completely reframe and rewrite it so that you can become the person that you are designed and destined to be. The next step is to make a list of all of your resources, and I'm not talking about time or money. While those things are important too, they're actually not what make or break your success. There's plenty of women out there who have it all. They have the time, they have the money, but because they don't believe in themselves, they never get where they are capable of going. And women who seemingly have very little resources, but have the inner belief and have the motivation and the desire and the drive, and they believe they have those qualities, create extraordinary outcomes simply because they believed they could. So make a list of all of your inner resources: creativity, courage, resilience, passion, grit, determination, all of those beautiful essences that you have inside of you that will make it possible for you to reach your goal. The next step is modeling success. And I love this one because it means that we can look at another human being who has what we want, and instead of feeling that state of comparison or jealousy, it can be a sign, a symbol that it's possible. And if they can have it, so can I. If they can have it, so can you. If you go back to a couple of videos back in my series, actually video number 1, this will help to affirm that belief inside of you that we are all equally worthy and equally capable of creating the outcomes we desire. And if you see someone else has what you want, that is a sign. I think I said it already. That is a sign that you can have it too. So the question to ask yourself is, what resources is she using or calling upon in order to create that? Maybe she is holding incredible boundaries with love. Maybe she communicates openly and with compassion, or she leads with generosity and she shares her gifts without fear. Maybe she simply has persistence and she keeps showing up no matter what happens. And when you begin to notice those qualities, you can begin to model them within yourself. The next step is to visualize yourself already being there. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and just see yourself living the life you desire. Maybe it's having dinner with your partner and feeling super connected. Maybe it's receiving income from work that lights you up. Maybe you see yourself calm and grounded at the end of the day and feeling so proud and confident because you just lived life in alignment with your purpose that day. And ask yourself, what resources within me made this possible? Was it trust, self-love, the courage to set a boundary? Next, you want to write it into being. You want to write your outcome in the present tense as if it's already happened. So you'll write, it is now, the date you want to have achieved this by. I see, I feel, I hear, I have, And this was all possible because, and list all of those inner resources that we called upon earlier. And you want to work with your subconscious mind by taking the inspired action, not hustling, not forcing, not proving, not pushing, but allowing yourself to be open to receiving the next step and taking action in alignment. When you hear and feel that inspiration, you might at first feel scared, or there might be a fear reaction, or your human self might say, I can't do that. But it's up to you to consciously choose and reread your affirmation statement and choose to take action in alignment to your intuition and your inspiration, no matter what. To make all of these steps even clearer for you, I have created a vision and clarity workbook that will guide you through this exact process, and it's completely free. You can find it at the link in the comments. And be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in my next video, I'll be showing you a tool that will help you to make all of your visions, your dreams, your goals even more tangible. I'll see you there.